All right, hello everyone. Now if you're a marketing apprentice or you're deep in revision for that level 4 CIM exam, then you are in the perfect spot. Today, we're going to demystify the tech that powers pretty much every ad you see online. I promise you, there will be a few light bulb moments.
So let's start with something we've all experienced, right? You know that slightly creepy feeling when a pair of trainers you just glanced at online suddenly starts stalking you everywhere you go? Well, that is no accident. That right there is ad tech in action. And understanding that feeling is your first step into this whole new world.
So here's a roadmap. We're going to start with the big picture. Then we'll dig into how we even got here, map out the key players, see how it all works in a split second, and finally, what it all means for you and your career. Think of me as your guide for today.
Okay, let's get into it. The first thing you really need to grasp is that ad tech isn't just another tool in the marketing toolbox. No, it's a fundamental shift in how we approach advertising altogether.
This is probably the best way to think about it. The goal is still the same, right? We want to reach our customers, but the way we get there has been completely transformed. It's like you've traded in your old clunky manual car for a brand new self-driving one. It knows the best route, it dodges traffic jams, and it even parallel parks for you. We've essentially given the machine the keys, and it's doing the driving for us. So how did we go from that old clunky car to this new futuristic one? It sounds crazy now, but it really wasn't that long ago that buying advertising was all about long lunches and, I kid you not, sending faxes. It was a bit of a guess, really. Now it's all about data-driven precision.
And I am not exaggerating. Buying ad space used to be a very personal business. You'd take a media sales rep out, have a nice chat over a meal, make a few calls, and then physically fax an order form over. You were basically just hoping for the best. It was a proper shot in the dark.
And this just shows you the night and day difference. We've gone from moving at a snail's pace to moving at the speed of light. We've switched from using a wide net shotgun approach to using a hyper-focused sniper rifle. Ad tech didn't just move the goalposts, it built a whole new stadium.
Now here's the number that really matters to you, especially if you've got exams coming up. In the UK, over 95% of all digital display ad money is spent programmatically. Let that sink in. What that means is if you don't get your head around ad tech, you're not just falling behind, you're pretty much out of the game. So for anyone studying, this is your exam-ready definition. Just think of it like this. Programmatic is all about using software and powerful algorithms to automatically buy and sell ad space in real time. It's like having a super intelligent co-pilot handling all the complex maneuvers for you in milliseconds. Okay, so we know it's automated, we know it's fast, but who are the actual players? Now, the ad tech ecosystem can look like a total mess of acronyms at first glance, but I promise, once you see how the different parts connect, it all starts to make sense.
And this is the perfect analogy, especially for us here in the UK. The first time you look at the tube map, it's just a crazy spaghetti junction of colors and names, right? But after a while, you know the central line gets you to Oxford Street and the northern line gets you to Camden. Ad tech is exactly the same. You just need to learn the lines.
Okay, if you're going to screenshot one slide, make it this one. This is your cheat sheet. The DSP, or demand-side platform, is what advertisers use to buy ads. They are demanding ad space. The SSP, or supply-side platform, is what publishers, like a news website, use to sell their ad space. They are supplying it. And the ad exchange? Well, that's the marketplace where they all meet. It's the pub where the deal gets done.
And this whole system has allowed massive brands to completely change how they operate. Take Procter & Gamble. They decided to bring all their programmatic ad buying in-house instead of using agencies. The result? They gained more control, more transparency, and they saved, get this, over $1 billion. That's billion with a B. So this isn't just clever tech, it's a massive business driver.
So now we get to the really cool part, the magic behind the curtain. We're going to look at the lightning-fast auction that happens every single time you load a web page. This is where all those platforms we just talked about come together and do their thing.
So try to picture this, an auctioneer at a fancy auction house. But instead of taking minutes to sell a painting, they're selling an item every 100 milliseconds, faster than you can blink. That's basically what real-time bidding, or RTB, is. It's an unbelievably fast auction for a single ad spot. Let me walk you through it. So, you go to a website. The moment you land on that page, an ad slot becomes available. Instantly, an auction begins. All the different advertisers who want to reach someone like you, based on your interests, your location, what you've looked at before, they all place their bids automatically. The highest bidder wins, and boom, their ad appears on your screen.
And all that happens before the page is even finished loading. It's incredible.
So here's the most important thing to remember about RTB. Advertisers aren't just buying space on a website anymore. They are buying impressions. They're bidding to show their ad to a specific person, to you, at a specific moment in time. They're buying eyeballs, one at a time. It's a little bit creepy, yeah, but also incredibly efficient.
Here's a bit of a silly way to remember it, but it works. Think of it as a very polite, very orderly British queue. You've got all these advertisers lined up, saying, "Oh, after you. No, I insist, after you." All while secretly hoping the person in front just gives up so they can get to the front. It's a furious competition, just with very good manners.
Right, so we've seen the tech, we've seen how it works. What on earth does this all mean for you as a marketer? Well, it means the job has changed. The old skills aren't enough anymore. It's time to think about your role in this new world. When I started my career, being a good marketer was about being a good negotiator, a smooth talker. Now, it's about being good with data. It's about being analytical and strategic. The skills that defined marketing 10 or 15 years ago are being replaced by a need to understand technology and interpret data.
So here's the bottom line. Understanding ad tech isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore. It's absolutely essential. You're no longer just the person doing the marketing. You are the strategist, the pilot guiding these incredibly powerful automated systems. You're the conductor of the orchestra. And let me tell you, that knowledge makes you very, very valuable.
And that really leaves us with one final big question to chew on. As these AI and machine learning systems get even smarter, what does our role become? Are we still the strategic conductors leading the orchestra, or do we eventually become just an assistant to the algorithm, the master of the machine, or just another cog inside it? I'll leave you with that thought.